the moralizing of nature and our experience with nature. And this is another big thing. This is where we get shame. There's a lot of shame involved, shame tactics that cause us to restrict ourselves from who we truly are. Another massive thing, when we moralize these things within ourselves or in the outside world, we actually cause these repressions of what these things truly are and what they are from nature itself. So for example, we would say these things are bad, and when we say these things are bad, we put them into a shadow. And then, for example, negative emotions. This idea that there's negative emotion and positive emotion. Anger, don't get angry, that's a negative emotion. Or you could say crying is a negative emotion. And of course, when we say these things are negative, we repress them into our shadow, because they then become concealed away, and we put them in the chest and we push it to the side and we don't want to look at it anymore. And this is where we get problems. Anger is pushed to the side, we don't integrate it, therefore we perceive it as bad, and it's like, well, we should never get angry. We should never get angry with other people who treat us bad. Anger is a fundamentally powerful emotion that man has, more predominantly within his own nature than a woman. Women don't obviously get as angry as men, statistically shown, of course, because men have testosterone. But of course our testosterone is decreasing over time. Our testosterone is, statistically speaking again, is decreasing in men. This is for many reasons, but you've also got to think of it like that. It was like, well, if we were to live in some sort of authoritarian regime, then it's best to, make sure that men are not angry anymore, and they don't get triggered by anything, and this is the thing, if we have a value system, a shared value system, then anger is going to be a good thing, because people are going to be like, well, why are we going against our shared value system? And then they're going to see something and they're going to be like, well, that's not towards the highest ideal that we want as a society. But of course we don't have that anymore. But that's where anger can be very effective and useful, because we create boundaries. We create governmental boundaries where the government doesn't impede upon our reality that we live. And this, of course, is another thing. It's like what's been happening recently. We've been getting the government. They've been impeding on our freedoms or our ability to be free, and they're putting in restrictions. So to the point where we're not reliant on our own value systems, but we allow these conglomerate corporations and bureaucratic BS to come into our reality and affect us, because we don't have that shared value system, and people don't like to get angry and all this type of stuff. But so you can see how these things trickle out into society and massively affect the way we live. So just a quick update on My Rome Society. We have sold out on over 50% of the seats. So if you still want to get involved, book in a free consultation call with me down below. I'll run you down with what it is all about, or me or one of my colleagues will do so, and we can see if you are a perfect fit to the program. So I look forward to talking to you, and I'll see you on the inside.